Stay with me, and you will see my heart around you, baby. And I do. Is it streaming? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Record. Eyes open. Episode number 238 of the Left Hand Labs podcast is live. Live. You heard? It shouldn't be any static. It should be going fine on what's this shit called? GarageBand. Let me see. Okay, it stopped for a second. It's this iMac. You got to get a new iMac with the something hard drive. Is whatever the new MacBooks got. You got to get an iMac with the same joint. If not, this shit is a piece of trash. I mean, no disrespect. I mean, you feel me? Because I'm using the iMac right now. I don't want this shit to conk out. You feel me? But it's just not. I want it to be like this. You feel what I'm saying? You pay for it. Why not? But episode number 238. Before we go any further and all that good stuff, make sure y'all rate and review the podcast on the iTunes podcast app. I mean, you just gotta. When you click and you go listen on the podcast in the app, just scroll to the bottom. I mean, a little 5 stars, little review. I mean, won't hurt, never gonna hurt nobody. And also subscribe to the YouTube because you know the podcast is streaming live whenever we go live. Once it's enough people that come and tune in, I should start doing the podcast earlier. Clearly, nobody's up at 2:52 in the morning. Well, people are up, but like, you feel what I'm saying? Clearly, it's something wrong with me mentally. Why don't I do it earlier during the day? Or like 12 or like 11. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe next week I should set a time and record it, and then. But I see, because the live shit is not, since it hasn't popped off yet. You feel what I'm saying? Where it be flooded in here. The main shit is just having dropped it at 12:30 because that's what people consume it at. Pause. The iTunes podcast app, the Soundcloud, and then we trying to funnel them over to the YouTube. But maybe if I did it at a reasonable time, because it's live on Twitter and it's live on YouTube, then that would bring more people. Duh, we know this, but you feel what I'm saying? Old habits die hard. Pause or some shit like that. I don't know, but maybe next week we'll go live at like 6 o'clock. Usually it's games on and shit. I'm worried about fantasy. I be worried about shit. I be watching shit. You know what I'm saying? So once everything is done for the Sunday, then that's when. But surely once I start teaching at 3 o'clock, I hope I don't still be up late like this. But most likely I will. That's what I'll do. I have to do it earlier, and I will. Maybe I'll do it Sunday, like in the afternoon, like 12 or some shit like that. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. But where was I? Yeah, rate and review, subscribe to the YouTube. I mean, like the joint and all that. And episode 238. Who wear number 38? Now, I can't really think of anybody that wear the number 38. But I'm gonna think first. Think. 38. My 38 worked great. You heard? Hold on. Let's click it to here. Oops. Let's click it to there. And then let's go here like this. We don't need this no more. Google. Number 38. Who wear number 38? Let's see. Number 38 NBA. I can't think of nobody. I really can't. It better not be Kwame Brown. Look at Kwame Brown. This ain't the Kwame Brown episode. We ain't doing that. Saban Lee. Now I know who these players are without even looking at the names. Let me see. Is this Christmas from Syracuse? Who is this? Pilgrim right here. Chris Kaman is not. Oh, that's 30. All right, 36. I don't got my glasses on. Who is this? Dale Wilkerson, number 38. We could go Saban Lee. We can go. Who is the? Oh, this is Summer League. Come on, son. We can't give you the episode off the Summer League performance. 38 is an ass number. I don't know why anybody would pick the number 38 unless it got some sort of significance to you. Who is here? See, look, they got Kwame Brown. We gonna go. I'm sure we did Saban Lee before. We gonna go with the Pilgrim just because. This is the Dale Wilkinson episode. I gotta remember that for when I get to typing and shit like that in the bio. The Dale Wilkinson episode. We got NCAA March Madness to talk about, which has been amazing. One thing, since we're on the theme of college too, it showed up on Twitter. It was a bunch of people in the picture, and it asked to pick like 3 out of there. We're gonna talk about this. That was a fun conversation that we was having on Twitter. You gotta follow the podcast and the shop on Twitter, man. The sports conversation is there to be had at all times. At Shop Heirlooms on Twitter. It's light. I mean, go follow. We can get to talk, and then cats could come on the podcast. You feel me? The platform is there. People be thinking they know what they talking about and all that. Come get on the podcast. Let the world hear you. How little you know about X's and O's, or how much you do. You feel what I'm saying? The lighting is still not great, but what can we do? It's nothing we can do. But let's get the sponsors going and get into it. If you would like to become a sponsor of the Left Hand Layups podcast, you got a product, a business, anything you want to have promoted, your music, whatever the case may be, we can listen to it live on the pod. You heard? Hit me in a DM. We could talk numbers, like cheese, and then every episode we gonna promote your shit. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into the sponsors though. In the meantime, you know I gotta do the sponsor voice. This podcast is sponsored by Shop Heirlooms, Premier Vintage Goods and Memorabilia. You can follow the shop as well as the podcast on all social media at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. The clock is ticking. Yeah, as I've said the past couple episodes, it's not gonna be much longer when the shop is open at 12:30. It's gonna be after when I get out of finished teaching type shit. So come pull up. A supply drop is on the way. It's still some more stuff. I like to let the stuff pile up before let it be one big supply drop instead of just you feel me, having to be some something light. I like for the supply drop to be what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say like supple, but I don't feel like that's the right word. That's like you feel me? We just wanted to be wavy, that's all. So supply drop on the way. If you can't make it down to the shop, you can always go at the website, www.shopheirlooms.store. Next day shipping on every order unless you order on Saturday. Post office closed on Sunday, so you gotta wait till Monday, you heard? And I think that's it. Let's play the intro music. The chat's still not showing up. It show up and then it don't show up. It don't make sense. Intro music though right here. Shout out to Drew, you heard?
I used to roll me a big fine L and watch a whole lot of basketball and Soundcloud. Aside from my fish scale clientele, there are a few things I know as well as basketball and Soundcloud. 40 carat phrases, 40 parrots. Mimic the style, you get embarrassed. Ditch the filthy habits. In a limousine, every limousine covered in supply fabrics. Still wreaking havoc for them cash that will rob you for your pack. Back when Robert Pack was a maverick who had chicks to give wavy wop. It's not trading cards when I see your shorty gave me tops. Teeth look like chiclets, big and white like Rick Smith's. I'm at my Travis best. The rest is average at best, and this that land bias in its purest form. Word is Bon Jovi, word is song. If you don't recognize that you're respond, catch a bigger bullet than George Marathon. Ric Flair with the chops, and they thought he's gonna flop. Finally back on the top. I already made it to the finals playing with Sagana Job.
I forgot to take this off mute. Still serve you that Will Purdue, you heard? Drew tough, son. Drew tough. It's a lot of rappers that's tough. We can have an episode. What I really want to do next week, I want to get Ola on the podcast on Zoom. Remember, it can be set up like cheese. Got the phone number for the Zoom. All we gotta do is log in, and then bam, we could talk on the joint, and it's like cheese. But it's a lot of rappers that's tough that I know y'all don't be listening to like that. My forehead look hella shiny. It's cause the light. When the lights hit the ice, they shine like high beams. Nothing but toast and chew, holding drew, getting ugly like bowling shoe. Y'all remember when Yayo had the best verse? It's Yayo, Banks, and 50 on Flex. Yayo was crazy every time. Every time Yayo was crazy. Y'all wasn't there. But let's talk about the NCAA tournament, March Madness. Let's go look and see if brackets are still intact. I keep clicking the wrong shit. Then we make some brackets. Oh, I gotta tell y'all about fantasy basketball, man. We lose in redraft, which I was going for the three-peat for the second time. Going for the three-peat. I can't get three-peats. I always lose. I win 2 in a row and then lose on some bullshit. I lost 5-4. Cam Reddish had 2 fucking blocks. Cam Reddish came through and had 2. What? They gave him another block? It wasn't 3. It was just 2. Cam Reddish came and got 2 blocks. Who else they give a block to? I don't understand. What happened? Show right now. Show the scoreboard for right now. He wasn't up by 3 blocks. He was only up by 2. It must have did a stat correction or some shit like that. Oh, not round 3. That's the championship. I ain't there. I'm there in Dynasty, which I expected to be, but box score. And then let's look for today, please. It was only 2. I don't get why it's 3. Not total. Yeah, let's look at today. Okay, here we go. Dinwiddie, no. Okay, Cam Reddish had 2. Vassell had 1. Middleton had 1. That gave him 4. And then me, I should have. It was nothing I could have done. I still would have been down. There go 2 blocks right there. Bam. Cam Reddish had the 2 blocks and that saved it. They must have did a stat correction or some shit, or gave somebody a block that didn't have one before, because it was 23 to. No, because it was 28 to 26 with the blocks. Excuse me. But we lost. No Zion, no. Look at it. I traded away Walker Kessler. I should have kept that nigga. I would have won blocks. I had the perfect, same shit I always do. Zion, I had no scoring. Zion, knew a dickhead. I would never draft Zion Williamson ever again. But this team was nice, man. Jokic and Westbrook was the crazy, combo. It used to be, but it's not no more. But that's what used to be, like, unstoppable. We should have won, man. And I would have beat Zeus in the championship. Now it's going to be smooth. He played smooth. Smooth ain't even set his fucking rosters, which is a shame. But I was going for the three-peat. We ain't get it. I don't want to say most importantly, because I really wanted to win that three-peat. We make it to the next joint, and these scores is not right. I guess because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and it just reset. But we just made it to the championship in Dynasty, where we are 19-0, 19 wins, no losses, and we just every day I fight, bro. We just try to make it through. You heard? We try to make it. This is it. We in the championship. We play Ray. Corb lost, who I thought I was gonna see in the finals. This shit is, it's real now. One more win, and we got a championship, and we got an undefeated season. Hey man, I'm just trying to fight. Maybe Luka wasn't there. This was close. It came down to Sunday. Luka didn't play all week. Look at my hitters. My hitters didn't ill the most. It wasn't my hitters that was illing. It was the whole team effort. And Cass be saying my team's so crazy and unfair. I built this team off. I got hitters that I traded for and that I drafted and I developed and I played the waiver for. Hey, I'm just fighting. I just want to win this championship, complete the perfect season, and it is what it is. But let's look at the brackets. My fault. Y'all know how it is with fantasy with me. Where's the brackets? Where's bracketology at? Nobody brackets is good money. Nobody's. Come on now. Let's look. Bama winning the championship might be the only thing. I mean, okay, here we go. If you say you got a bracket that's still good money, you don't know what you're talking about. Miami, Indiana. See, I did okay, son. I did okay here. I picked Indiana could have won, but Miami was whooping their ass. I was watching that game earlier. Houston is nice. I said they was going to get there versus Indiana. Alabama, didn't get that right. Princeton, who the fuck guessed Princeton was going to beat Arizona? But I seen Arizona UCLA in the Pac-12 championship, and I wasn't that impressed. But bam, that's insane. Princeton is in the Sweet 16. Can you believe that? And Xavier, I picked to get there. Definitely picked. Who did I pick? Texas A&M. I picked Texas. Where the fuck Texas A&M at? I picked Texas A&M to make it to the Sweet 16. I don't know why I did that. This shit is crazy. Coach Cal and them lost today. That's down here. Memphis, that was some bullshit. Memphis lost to Florida Atlantic. They tough. Duke, trash. I thought Duke was going to be able to beat Tennessee. Come on now. They was whipping their ass. Fairleigh Dickinson, who the fuck picked that to happen? Nobody. Kansas State, who I picked. There you go. I picked Kansas State to beat Kentucky here. Ooh, so I can say I picked it. Look at these. I picked some good joints that went through. It's green. It's green a lot of places here. I know what I'm doing a little bit. A little razzle, a little dazzle. I picked this. No, I said Marquette was going to beat Michigan State. Well, I was wrong there. Kansas State, I say K-State versus Memphis. And Gonzaga, UCLA. I can't wait to see that game. God damn. It's the 20th, so it's not going to be no games until later on in the week. That's ass. This shit is fire. I love watching Alabama, UCLA. That can happen. I say UCLA, bam. Kansas lost to Arkansas. Arkansas, UConn, Hurley and them gotta find a way. Yeah, I can see UCLA making it out of here. Michigan State, rough. The dude that went to St. Pat's, I forgot his name, Marcus something, whatever. The little small guard, he been ill. The tournament is fire. The tournament is crazy. Bama beat my Maryland Terps. Where's that at? I had them beating us. I had us getting there, and I had them beating us. They going to beat San Diego State. Virginia lost, son. Where's Purdue at? Purdue always lose every year to a Jersey team. They the number 1 seed. That's embarrassing, son. They keep losing to Jersey teams. You got Fairleigh Dickinson and you got Princeton in the joint. But let's look at what we saw on Twitter. Because since we speaking of college, I'm just having a good time watching the NCAA tournament. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having a great time. But let's talk about this. And I wish I had somebody else to talk about this shit with. Because this is, this serious business right here. It says, now look at this and pick the 3 best college players here. Right? For everybody that's listening to the podcast and not watching the YouTube or the live stream or whatever the case may be. Now, I don't know how old, some of y'all are, but I remember seeing all of these players when they were in college. Now, Kevin Durant, Zion Williamson, Derrick Rose, John Wall, Carmelo Anthony, Kemba Walker, Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis, Michael Beasley. Now, from this group of 369, you got to pick 3 people. Out of this whole group, only 1, 2, 3 of them won a championship. Won a national championship. Only 3. Memphis with John Wall, who wasn't, with Derrick Rose, who wasn't even the best player on the team. We'll talk about that though. Lost in the final. And did John Wall and them get to the final? I don't remember. I think it's pretty simple. It's not simple, because if it was simple, it wouldn't be worth talking about or debating. But as you can see with my tweet, you see what I tweeted. What's crazy is no matter which 3 you choose, Beasley got to be one of them. Michael Beasley in college I don't know if y'all remember, son. I think him and KD was there at the same time. Were they there at the same time? No. It must have been one after the other. I know Beasley wasn't in college 2 years. It's no way he was there for 2 years, but he might have been there for 2 years. No, because his draft was him and Derrick Rose. Kevin Durant wasn't there yet. We got to look that up. Was Kevin Durant and Michael Beasley? You know what? I'm going to look it up on the phone. Hold on a second. Michael Beasley College. How many years? Was he a freshman? Michael Beasley in college. Yo, it's crazy for his career. He only averaged 12 points, son. I promise you, I know what should have happened. They should have picked his ass. We're going to talk about this. Hold on. Let me show college. Here we go. Yeah, he was only there 1 year. And Kevin Durant came the year after. He averaged 26 points and 12 rebounds in college, right? Michael Beasley was 40 and 20. Every game it was 30, 15 rebounds. Everybody on this list was tough in college. Blake Griffin was just dunking shit. I don't know why he's on here. He was dunking shit for sure. But Michael Beasley, son, and all these dudes was nice. None of them averaged 26. Nobody here averaged 26. I don't even think Kevin Durant averaged 26 when he was in college. Beasley for sure got the highest average. His stats might be the best out of everybody. That nigga was crazy, son. He didn't win nothing. I don't even think they made it to the tournament. Or maybe they did, but they got, I don't remember, son, fully. But I remember it was him and Bill Walker, right? Y'all remember Bill Walker. He was tough. Son, Michael Beasley, number one. I'm putting him number one on this list. The Chicago Bulls, instead of picking Derrick Rose, if I was them with Kirk Hinrich and Ben Gordon, in hindsight, D Rose won the MVP. They was nice for a lot of years. Beasley, with that team, not in Miami, that fucked this whole shit up. If he was in Chicago, he couldn't go nowhere. He just had to hoop with them boys in a playoff team with Tibbs as the coach. Vinny Del Negro was the coach first, right? But then Tibbs ended up on the way. Or I think Vinny Del Negro was the Bulls coach at one point. Maybe he came after Tibbs. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Beasley, son, they would have been crazy, son. I'm telling you. Michael Beasley, crazy. One of the best college players, probably the best college player I've ever seen. Now, the next, you got to go with Carmelo Anthony. Melo won the championship. He was lighting shit up. You got to go with Melo. Melo got to be on the list. Now, and remember, these were freshmen. A lot of these were freshmen. KD freshman. Zion freshman. D Rose freshman. John Wall freshman. Melo freshman. AD freshman. Beasley freshman. Kimba was like a senior or junior. We're not putting him on there. He went on a crazy run. Crazy run. And won a championship. But I'm not putting him up there over people that was just dogs that did it 1 year and they ain't have to grow into their role. They ain't have to come off no bench. None of that. Beasley won. Melo, the run he went on, this is a freshman going on the Kimba run. And he won the championship. Him, McNamara, Hakeem Warwick. I remember all them dudes. But then the third, Kevin Durant was crazy in college. Didn't do nothing in the tournament. AD won a championship. Do we got to put AD? But Kevin Durant was crazy. MySpace days, I had Kevin Durant on the MySpace. This is something that needs to be debated with another person. That is what we will do. I'm going to get Ola on the podcast next week. I want to have Cousin Gary, a.k.a. #RustGang, but it's too late now, and I don't want to do it through the phone to the microphone. I got to teach him how to just download Zoom. He can call in. That shit is easy, but you know how I go sometimes. Cousin Gary, aka #RustGang, he not the most, with the tech shit. He you heard what he said. He said Uncle Shay Shay, he said Shannon Sharp, he not the real, what he know about Miles and Yak. He said, I smoke Miles for real. That might have been the craziest thing he ever said on the podcast. But yeah, I gotta have somebody to debate this with, for sure. We gotta get somebody to debate this with. We have to. We just have to. A lot of this stuff. But I hope y'all enjoying the NCAA tournament. I am. Ain't really no other news going on in sports. Luka, hopefully he come back so we can win this championship. I gotta win the championship in Dynasty. You got people Z say, yo, I quit. You could give my team to somebody else. That's how niggas do, you feel me? I start winning this shit, niggas be saying they want to quit. It's ass, but who cares? I don't care. It is what it is. Every day I fight. That's the motto, you heard? And if you haven't, I know y'all don't care about this. I got the shiny charm. I did the Pokédex in Pokemon Violet, right? I've been shiny hunting like a motherfucker. I feel like a YouTuber. I got mad shinies now. I know how to hunt, and I be catching them motherfuckers like it's water, you heard? Knicks beat the Nuggets. Holland scoring good. What do we have here? Let's look at the mock draft. Brick City, you heard? Brick City. I hope Dariq Whitehead go to being a lottery pick. Let's look at the mock draft. NBA mock draft. Mock draft 2023. And don't look now. Jalen Brunson came back. The Knicks, we beat the shit out of the Nuggets. We ain't beat the shit out of them, but we beat them. It's getting real, son. We might win 50 games. We might be a deep playoff team. Who knows? Let's just see what's going on based off the tournament. You see some players that's nice, son. That's right now going crazy in the tournament. It's some players that's nice, son. Let's see how the lottery go right now. Spurs win it. Victor Wembanyama go to the Spurs. Brandon Miller, who's at Bama, who they probably win a championship. You might gotta play him over Scoot. You might have to. So he go to that's all the Pistons need. They got Cade, Ivy. They get Brandon Miller. Killian Hayes is nice now. Portland, why would they draft Scoot Henderson? I don't get it. They got Dame and they got Anthony Simons. Why would they draft Scoot? That would be dumb. I don't think that's nonsense. The Thompson twins, they got to do something over there with LaMelo. They said Michael Jordan trying to get rid of the Hornets now. He done with that shit. He don't know how to pick people that well. It is what it is. Nick Smith, he been going crazy. This dude, Jarris Walker, he nice. Son, it's some good players. Cam Whitmore, nice. 6'7". All freshmen, too. Grady Dick, pause. I don't know if I'm picking him over Kason Wallace or if I'm picking him over Keontae George, but, I mean, who knows? Let's see who's still in the tournament. I hope we get this dude, Jet Howard. I hope he fall to us. Where he going to play at, I don't know. But we can sit Quentin Grimes the fuck down. He not illing like how I thought he would. Kyle Flipakowski, he nice. This the Pilgrim at Duke. I wouldn't be mad at this pick if we got him. But I really want Dariq Whitehead. Where he going to play at, I don't know. We got to get one of these wings. They got to fall. We got to get Jet Howard. That's what we need. Although we know what's the name not going to play him. Jordan Hawkins, I just seen the video. He was getting busy. Derek Lively been getting busy. Dariq, this is too low. Marcus Sasser, he's 6'8" now, I heard. They got it at 6'6". Where the other Knicks pick at? I know we got more picks than this. We got one pick? There's no way we got one pick. We're not going to play no rookie we draft anyway, though. So, who knows? We'll see. But if you made it this far, shout out to you for listening. Shout out to me for keeping me entertained. Episode number 238 of the Left Hand Labs podcast. Not much really to talk about right now. Let's look at this Jason Burke tweet of the week so we can get the fuck out of here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Feel what I'm saying? You see him asking the leg, can you come to Palm Springs, California area where I live? Here we go. Jason Burke's watch basketball. He used to come to Keene and come hoop. He know I'm nice. Ask him. He'll tell you. Jay Burke will tell you. Be like, yo, Jay Burke, is Elliott nice at basketball? He gonna be like, yeah, that nigga. He ain't gonna say that nigga. Yeah, he's stamp. You heard? Virginia threw the game away at the end against Furman, and all they had to do was protect the ball and make free throws. That's true. Instead, they turned the ball over and gave up a long go-ahead three-pointer with about 2 seconds left. Jason Burke with the sports analysis. We need to get him on the podcast. For real, for real. Episode number 238. What's this pilgrim name? The Dale Wilkerson episode, you heard. Make sure y'all rate and review on the iTunes podcast app. Subscribe to the YouTube. Like the video. Follow the podcast and the shop on social media. Shop Heirlooms. Rate and review the podcast on the iTunes podcast app. Till next week, we out of here.